Right, nerdlings, gaming recap. Played the Grey Knights and lost by 3 points. Let's dive into the video. Right, so I'm working on a World Eaters Land Raider, as you can see, so it's all primed. That was the priming video, so it's all good. So I'm just going to do a bit of dry brushing as I chat away about my game. So yeah, so we had the regular meeting on Sunday. I was against local player Kane, and the plan was that I would I'd set it out for Scorched Earth. Was the primary mission. The layout was what's it called, Crucible Battle, and it was GW layout number 5. So anyone who's following the TTS Barnyard League will realise that is the next game. So I thought I would try it in real life with my list to get me a bit of practice against some Space Marines, and yes, it's Grey Knights. I'm playing Blood Angels in the next TTS game, so I thought I would give it a go. I'll see how I fared, and yeah, unfortunately lost the game by 3 points. Now I thought I was winning the game. I thought I was winning the game by 2 points. I'm going to win the game by 2 points. So I thought, okay. And come turn 5, I played as if I was winning the game, because I thought I was winning the game, because my little thing said I was winning the game. But this numbskull here put the wrong points for burning an objective. I'd hit 10 points for burning Kane's home objective, and I hadn't burned Kane's home objective. I had burnt a normal objective in no man's land. So I give myself an extra 5 points that I shouldn't have had. Oh well. So yeah, that stuffed up my game plan for what I wanted to do. Because I thought, oh, I just had to hold. Didn't matter what I was going to do. I was going to win the game. But yeah, maths failed me, or I failed maths, one of the two. Was it a good game? Yeah, it was alright. It was tough. Grey Knights, uppy downy, 3 units at the end of my turn was really difficult to deal with. So I was chasing shadows the whole entire time. So if you ever played that detachment, hallowed something or whatever it was, I can't remember what it was now. But yeah, it was really difficult because I thought I would get to him, and then the next thing you know, he's uppy downy somewhere else, and you're just like, come here so I can smash face, and then he buggers off. So that was really difficult, and he had like a 10-man Terminator brick that I just did not want to get into combat with, because I just didn't have anything really to deal with it. My Exalted maybe could have dealt with it, but you know, if I don't kill them all or don't do enough damage, then the clapback was just going to kill me outright. So I just stayed away from that as best as I could, and went from there. So turn 1, I got second, so I went second, which was alright. Quite like that. So Kane really didn't do too much movement. Moved the paladins up one side to my natural progression. I'd already scouted with my 8-bound and my Rhino with the scout 9-inch, because I was using Gore Track. And yeah, so he didn't really do much in his turn. I then drew, I think it was, remember, Area Denial, and I can't remember what the other one was, but I thought, oh yeah, I'll keep Area Denial for later. I had my 8-band in the centre. Well, that didn't work out because I just couldn't get into the centre without knowing I was going to die. But I think I was too risky, and I didn't didn't just go for it and trade up. I could have probably traded up that £8 earlier on, because at the end of the day later on they got shot off the table and done nothing. So that was probably a mistake there, and I could have got some points for error denial, and like I say, points win matches. So I had enough later on that I probably could have done with taking the hit on them. There you go, lesson learned there. Land Raider was probably the unit of the game for me, to be honest. It tried to sneak down the right flank and was looking to get all the way to the home objective. Managed to burn one objective in no man's land, which I wish I hadn't have done now, because if I'd have kept that I would have got more points, and then I could have burnt it later on. So that's definitely something I need to remind myself on going into the TTS game. Don't burn too quickly, especially when you know you can control the objective and they're going to find it difficult getting into it, or sort of onto it. So yeah, I managed to do that, and unfortunately for me, the story of the game was secondaries. I just pulled, I mean, that's just how it is, you know, you just have to deal with it. But I was playing so cagey because I didn't want to get caught out by the counter punch. I couldn't afford my units just to die in droves, because that would be probably dead by turn 3. So I wanted to play the long game, so I castled up quite a bit and just sent out like little pockets of resistance to do that. So my list consisted of, should have went into that first, my list consisted of Khan with 10 Zerks in a Rhino. I had an MOE with aggressive disembarkation, or whatever, aggressive assault, or whatever it is, aggressive onslaught, I can't remember what it was. So that allowed him to scout 9 inches, and he was with 10-man Zerks. Then I had a big brick of 6 Exalted with a Slaughterbound with the Murderous Onslaught, so that they couldn't be overwatched coming out of a transport, which I really like. That's why I like running this detachment, because I hate Overwatch with a passion. And that just is a really good little strat, so you can come out and be like, yeah, you can't Overwatch me. So I really do like that. Then I had 2 Forge Fiends, which lasted the whole game, and actually did a lot of work for me, to be fair. They worked really, really well in the game, so definitely won't be dropping them. And then I had, what else did I have? 2 units of 3 8-bound, which, that's the second, third game I haven't really figured out how to use them, and I try to do other things with them, so they're going to be dropped now. I've got some other ideas what I'm going to do with my list going forward. And then I had the Jackals at the back, holding my home objective and just being there to screen the 9-inch, or the 9-inch deep strike, really, so he couldn't get to my home objective, which worked. They've done their job the whole entire game. They managed to do that, and then they tried to push out and kill Castellan Crow without much luck. MOE had to do that with precision in the end, but hey, they did their job. 65 points worth of unit, and they got me a lot of points in the game, so no complaints with them at all. And then I had, that was it. So, oh, and then, yeah, so the Land Raider, obviously, for the Exalted brick. And that was it, yeah. And then I put the Forge Fiend into reserves, which was a debate later on in the game, so I will talk about that. So that was my list. I think that was it, everything on my list. And yeah, I thought I was doing alright in the game. I was like surviving. I really like the reactive move on the Rhino, so you can move backwards 6 inches when you're being shot, or sorry, when you're being hit. Yeah, I think that's a really powerful strategy. And I just moved off the objective so that he then couldn't charge me on the objective. And I thought, yeah, my bait has worked, so that I could sneak sneak a Land Raider, sneaking a Land Raider, but it worked because I managed to get my Land Raider further up, and he was putting all of his eggs into that one objective there, which was my natural progression. I just couldn't deal with the 9 inches deep strike all the time. But I was kind of hoping that he wouldn't always grab, or his luck would not be there to get a 9-inch charge. But yeah, he got 2 in the game and then a 10-inch charge later. So yeah. But secondaries were the story of the game, because I only got 12 points on secondary. I actually done well on primary. I got 25 points to his 20, but he got 20 odd points on secondary, and I just drew really bad cards. But then if you don't set your army up to meet those cards, then at the end of the day, that's your own fault. But saying that, it's very difficult playing Scorched Earth when you have to storm a hostile objective and there's no objectives in no man's land. So that's one to remember with Scorched Earth, is don't always burn them so quick, because you will need them later for scoring. So sometimes it might be worth actually just going on to the objective, holding the objective for the entire game, and then if you've got an opportunity to burn it at the end of the game, then do so. So that is something I think I will consider next time. And then I naffed up, because rather than, after moving with my Exalted, moving them out to try and get the charge, they failed the charge, and then I stupidly spent a CP to throw a grenade at one of his units rather than put the Exalted back in the Land Raider. That was a huge mistake, and I probably would say that that cost me the game there, because he then just shot them off the table. He just dropped everything down and ran his deployment zone and just literally obliterated my Exalted off the table. So that was really frustrating. And then my Land Raider was tied up in combat with him, but he done really well, because he tied up the Terminator Brick and the Paladins and survived right till the very end with one last throw of the dice, which is now shown. And you can see there that I roll for the save, I miss, I do a re-roll to save because he's on 1 wound, and I fail that, and then I think, oh, hopefully I can blow up, and then he doesn't even blow up. So poor old Land Raider, but he done well. He done really well, in fact. But yeah, the Forge Means were really good. 8-bound were useless, I felt, so I'm taking them out. I'm going to replace them with another unit of Exalted and a Mauler Fiend, because I feel like if I run 3 Exalted, 1 in the Land Raider with the Slaughterbound, and 2 then deep striking, that gives me better options, and then I can put both Forge Fiends on the table and not have to worry about bringing 1 in. I think I'm doing better. I'm playing the same detachment over and over again now for World Eaters, so I'm definitely improving on that and knowing what my strats can do, what my blessings can do, what my data sheets can do, and all that sort of stuff. So that's definitely improved my game for sure. So I'm really chuffed with that. That's definitely one thing. And now I just need to make sure the core rules are absolutely totally 100%. But you know, you're not ever going to get it 100% because Warhammer is such a confusing game. And now with 11th edition on the horizon, they're going to change the rules again. I was a little bit, I won't lie, I was a little bit gutted. I really wanted to beat the Grey Knights because they're such a bugger to play against. I'd actually put them as one of the worst ones I feel I don't like playing against. And I thought Necrons were bad, but the uppy downy, man, oh, it's horrendous. It's just like, you just stay still so I can punch you in the face. 3 points in it. I thought I was winning by 2 and ended up losing by 3, but that's my own stupid fault for not pressing the right buttons on the app. Try not to be too conservative. I need to be a bit more riskier later on in the game and just trade up, you know, points win matches. So yeah, I just needed to be a bit more go for it, which I used to be when I was playing World Eaters, but I was a bit too much. And now I think I've swung the other way, so I need to find that balance, when to go, when not to go, and all that sort of stuff, when to commit, etc. So, and if you've stayed here to the end of the video, then thank you very much for watching the whole entire video. It's really appreciated. Just hit the little button down there that says like, and yeah, please subscribe. That would be absolutely wonderful. That would really mean a lot to me for you to subscribe. I'd like to get my subscribers up so I can do more things for you lovely people. So yeah, thank you very much, nerdlings, and I'll catch you in the next video.